Hi folks, well it's time to start on Light Cavalry for my everything armies. So I've got a couple of, I think these are Skythian figures, but they could be Turkic, I suppose, or Alan, or whatever, Persians. Anyway, I'm gonna make a start on these. I've done the basic brown undercoat, as you can see. I've put a quiver on. I've got a bow case to go on this side, but I'll do that afterwards. Can't bother to wait for that to dry. Yeah, so I'm going to crack at these two, see how I get on. Very brightly coloured, I think these have got to be. I'll get these sorted, make a start. Back to you in a tick. Right, I just thought I'd show you what I get using the colours that I get. Makes sense, doesn't it? Both horses were painted in my mid-brown, a mushy colour that I use to undercoat all figures. So that's the basic brown, so the horses look that brown, same brown I use on the figures. This one, this one has been coated in marron brown, a nice sort of mid-brown, and this one has been coated in sepia, which gives you a richer, darker brown. Probably not too close. These are obviously older horses. These are Essex, and they are coming up to 40 years old. Yeah, getting on for 40-year-old designs. Nicely sculptured by Brian, and the colours settle well because you've got those sort of dropped areas where you can get the shade. So I mean, no skill involved in what I've just done. Basically, brown undercoat and put a brown wash on. If you wanted to do lots of shading, you could do, but I don't think it'd enhance it too much more. But again, that's up to the individual, obviously, isn't it? But that's quite a lot of shading just from putting on the wash. Just from putting on the wash. This is what we get. Right, back in a tick. Right, that's got most of these guys finished. I've just stuck them on the horses. Yeah, nice and easy. Just now to add in extra shade. Oops, you can see that. Extra shading on the blue and the trousers and the red. When I've done the green, I've just added some extra shading. Flesh has had 2 coats now. I've now got to do these. What's that? The 3rd and the 4th coat on the flesh. And then I'm just touching up bits. I may add a bit of decoration on the tunics. I'm not sure. And then I've got to get the. What have I got to get? The bow case that I'm going to stick on. Yeah, so horses are all done, apart from metalwork, just on the eyes and the white on those. So, there we go. I'll get on, come back to you when I've got sorted. And there we go, done and dusted. I'll just come out a bit. And that's going in a bit, let's come out a bit, that's it, yeah. All finished. Enjoyable to do, considering they say these are figures are, well, getting on for, must be 35-year-old. Not too bad, not too out of date. I suppose you can't really get out, well, the design could get out of date, couldn't it? The figures are what the figures are. These are Parthian, Skythian types. I'm going to be using them, as I say, in my Byzantines and in my Greek armies and whatever else. I thought I'd just try a couple of these. I've got to put a varnish on now, put a matte varnish on. They've had all the washes they need. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. Okay, so now is the up to the basing stage. That's why I did a couple. I normally would only paint the one figure as a trial out, but I've done a couple because I want to get them based. So they'll be going on a piece like that. Now what I'm planning to do, because the way these work, is have one guy there, the blue one will be firing back, and the green one will be firing forward to give that effect of the Parthian shot or the Skythian shot or whatever you want to call it. But that's what I'm planning to base them like. So I'll get on with that. It's going to be a standard brown, 3 dry brushes, flock and tufts. So I'll get that all sorted and come back to you when I'm finished. Right, there we go, all finitoed. Based up, as you see, flock, tufts, and looking pretty. Matte varnished them down, and so that's my first couple of figures. I thought I'd just do a couple, but I've got 2 12s of these I need to get started on, so I've obviously got 10 more to paint, and that'll give me my first 12, and then I have another 12 ready to go. after that. Yeah, just thinking on, considering these are 35-year-old figures, not too bad. I mean, the only thing I notice as opposed to newer figures that the lines here on the tunics, there's no sort of undercut, so you have to, it's basically guesswork to where things are. But then the horse reins are fairly well, proud enough to paint, so that's not too bad. The add-on equipment is quite good. I do like being able to add on quivers and bows and javelins and whatever else. Yeah, so I'm well pleased with that. I think they turned out okay, not too bad at all. So the only problem is you get one facial expression with Essex, and that's it. You think of things like Victrix, where you might get 10 to 15 heads on a sprue of five figures, so lots of variations. You don't get that with Essex. You get one figure basically most of the time. Yep, I'm pleased. Oops. Yep, I'll take some stills, put those on at the end. Just hang on, just dust this off. Got a bit of, oh, come off there. What have we got? Yeah, bits of flock. The brush. There we go. Yeah, that's got it. Yeah. So I'll put some stills at the end. But thanks a lot, and bye for now.